Hey everyone, working on a little project lately. Had to do a user group talk recently. I thought we'd try to do something a little bit different. I've written code follow before for doing code presentations, but this time I thought I'd do something a little bit more fun, a little bit more interactive. Came up with the idea for some user group Jeopardy. It's pretty easy to use. I'm going to show you how it works real quick. This top screen would be the one on the projector, so the presenter would be controlling this one. That person would go down to create, type in the password, and they would get a screen that looks kind of like this up on the projector. These categories would be something that you write in advance, and then each section is a handful of slides followed by a series of questions. The bottom here, you would leave this up on the screen at the beginning so people could know which code to use to get into the session. Go ahead and have a couple people sign in real quick. The email address is optional, but if you want to have a gravatar, it'll use that email address. Now, between rounds, all the users in the room will have their device synced up to this screen that lets them know that they're waiting for a section to be picked. Once you click on a section, their screen will update, let them know what you're reading about, but the content of the slide shows up on the main screen. If someone shows up late, it's actually okay. They're still able to get into the session with everyone else. They'll just be taking the same spot like the rest of the group. You have a navigation here at the bottom, but you can also use keyboard shortcuts to navigate. So the spacebar will navigate to the next slide. So will some of the less than, greater than signs. That'll change the direction of the slide. And then also the Z button closes the section if you want to back out. Maybe you weren't ready for that section or not. So as we navigate through these slides, we talk about a handful of topics, give some examples, and we end up on a slide like this. In the top right-hand corner, you can see a little icon spinning. This is your hint as the presenter that the very next screen is going to be a question. That way you can kind of get the audience ready. Because once they go to the next screen, everyone gets a question on their device. The first person that buzzes in with the correct answer will show up on the main screen. I'll say who it was. If they have their gravatar, it'll show it up. It doesn't say the answer because the rest of the group still needs to answer for themselves. The user also shows up on each of the devices. If they get the answer wrong, it's okay. It doesn't show up on the main screen, and you can kind of discuss it with the group, let them know what the correct answer was supposed to be. Right now, the game doesn't keep track of score or anything like that. In fact, what I did to track score was I went out, got some of this. There's a game called Monopoly Empire. It comes with denominations of 50, 100, and 500, so it worked perfectly for this kind of activity. After you navigate through the rest of the questions in this section, you get taken back to the main screen, and that section's now faded out. Now each of these sections are written by you. You use the YAML to kind of define the structure of a particular category. So here's the name of the category, each one of the money blocks sections is defined here in the order that you want it, and then you kind of write out your questions and what the correct answer is. You can do multiple choice. There's also free form as one of the options as well. The slides themselves are actually written in Markdown. So this would be the section we just saw a second ago. This little bit right here indicates a new page, new slide, and then the content, the rest of it's just Markdown. This works well with code presentations, but in all honesty, this will work with any kind of presentation over any kind of topic. Project's open source. It's sitting out on GitHub. You're welcome to download it, make changes to it, and I hope it helps you out in the next presentation you do. Thanks.